Hey everybody, I'm here with Ben. Now, we just want to make this video just touching on how normal we actually are and how what we're doing isn't actually that out of the ordinary. It's just we've decided to challenge the norms, I suppose you'd call it, from what we thought day-to-day life needed to involve. Like, we're both from a small country town. I used to be an electrician. Ben used to be a refrigeration mechanic. And yeah, it was just one of those things that we decided there was more to life, and we decided to actually go and find a different path than what we've been, told to do our whole childhood. But I guess I wanted to start off with really the limiting beliefs, I suppose you'd call it, from what you faced, Ben, when you started to transition or actually have that initial thought that you wanted to do something different with your life. Like, what did that look like for you? How was your experience, and really how difficult was it?
I think it all stems back to just over a year ago. We were both in the trade industry. I myself personally was always chasing this end goal of getting fully qualified. You then become fully qualified and you're like, what's next? What's now? And I think you get to a certain point where you just know there's more to life.
Yeah.
And both of us were just curious.
Yeah.
We just asked why.
Yeah.
Well, I hate my job. It sucks. Just the general language that goes around the people you hang around.
Yeah.
It's always, I hate my job. I'm just doing it. Well, why didn't you find something else? I don't know. I just do it just because. I wasn't willing to accept that.
Yeah.
I just asked myself, well, why do I hate my job? Why am I working this job? And I boiled it down. I didn't know why.
Yeah.
I didn't know why I was doing anything in the first place.
Yeah.
So I think the stem changes from just getting to a point where you get so curious and so frustrated with what you're doing that you just want to make a change.
Yeah.
And all it was exploring other options, what's actually out there.
Yeah.
Online business popped up, can of worms, here we are today.
Yeah. And I suppose that's specific to your situation, but it also correlates to really any 9 to 5 that people are working. It's just you decided to challenge that and actually have a look what else is out there. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, and get behind the fact that we are both really normal. Like, I went through a similar process to you, and obviously we both understand that from person to person that's going to vary. But it's more so that initial step of actually asking yourself and respecting that thought of, do I actually like what I'm doing for a living? And is this something that I want to do for the next 20, 30, 40 years? And if the answer is no, like, what are you actually going to do about it?
Exactly.
And I think that's why we've been able to see the progression we have in such a short amount of time, is because we chose to challenge that. And I understand it's scary, but I know we've spoken about it a lot. Like, fear, it's a mile wide but an inch deep. It looks really scary at the start, but once you actually step into that unknown that seems big and scary, it's actually, you find it's quite familiar and not easy to navigate, but it's definitely there. People have done it before you. There's going to be people after you. Like, it is possible. So I just guess it comes down to finding your why. And if you're willing to actually action those steps to really changing your life and, taking control of it, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
And I guess on that as well, I wanted to ask, like, what was, probably the initial steps you took from, working your 9 to 5, not liking your job. When that thought came into your head, what were your steps after that really put the wheels in motion, I suppose you'd say, and then put you to where you are now, really?
Research. If a thought comes into your mind, it's probably a clue that you need to take action on that. I think you get to a certain phase where there's more to life. If you're hanging around people and you're talking to people and all they're saying is they hate their job, you hate your job, you join in with that language, you start to develop these thoughts that they're negative thoughts. It's a very negative thought pattern. The action steps from there was just getting extremely curious, doing lots of research. Well, what else is there? I found my why, and then from then I reverse engineered my success. So I found out where I want to go in life, what I want to do, who I want to be, the character I want to develop. the people I want to have around me, the location I want to live in.
Yep.
And then I just bridge the gap. Okay,
Yeah.
how do I actually get there? Well, first of all, it's not working 9 to 5.
Yep.
I know if you're listening to this video, no matter who you are, whether you're already an online business, but most importantly, if you're still in a 9 to 5, I know if you're listening to this, you most likely want more out of life.
Yeah.
You can't look at us two and say that you don't want more out of life. I've been in your shoes. I know what it feels like.
Yeah.
There's that little voice in your head that knows you could be doing more. Don't just accept a shitty job. Don't just accept a shitty 9 to 5.
Yeah.
If you don't like a job, we both ran past someone today who said, "Oh, I'm just fucking hating my life." Why?
Yeah.
Why do you hate your life? Once you start questioning these things, that's how you can actually bridge the gap like I've done and actually take those steps towards actually changing your life.
Yeah.
Because it's not hard. It can be scary at the start. Online business, making a change. Change is scary.
And it sucks.
It is.
Like, and I know you'll agree, like it sucks at the start and at times, but you know, nothing worthwhile in life really comes easy.
No.
And I suppose it's just in terms of actually respecting that thought like we spoke about. And I know you're talking about like reverse engineering, you know, you have your goal, which is where you want to be in your life. And then working backwards from that, how you're actually going to get to that goal. And I guess I know for me, in my experience, what I did was I really like to lay things out in front of me. I like to write it down on paper. I like to step out how I'm actually going to get somewhere. And obviously there's limiting beliefs that you need to get over, but that actually helps you by stepping through that process.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's you that's doing it. So your opinion is the only one that matters. And we're both from a small country town, so I don't know if it gives us the credibility to speak on this a bit more, but if you're from a small country town yourself, you know that the ideologies are not very supportive of people that want to do something different with their life.
Yeah.
And it comes from friends, family.
It's a collective mindset.
Yeah.
Right? It's like a very limited collective mindset. You don't know what you don't know. People our age that are watching this, you don't know what you don't know. You might not have been to the Gold Coast. You might not have ever met anyone that's doing online business.
Yeah.
For you right now, hearing of someone that's doing $100,000 a month might sound so unrealistic to you, but until you meet someone that's actually doing that, then your mind actually opens. Small town, you can call it small town syndrome, I guess.
Yeah.
But ever since you're young, ever since you were a kid, all through school, even through adulthood, you are programmed. You're all given everyone's conditioned. Essentially, your subconscious mind is programmed to believe a certain set of things and to just accept a life. The subconscious mind is the most powerful thing known to this universe, and it is easily hypnotized. It's the most suggestible thing in this universe. So it's very easy to believe something that can be extremely false.
Yeah.
So I think for the people that are listening, you're going to be friends, relatives of ours, people from a small town, most likely. Just start small.
Yeah.
Basic baby steps.
You've got to
just
start
write on
somewhere.
a piece of paper what you want to do in life. When was the last time you got a piece of paper and wrote down what you want to achieve in life? What do you actually want to achieve in 2024?
Yeah.
Do you actually know what you want to achieve in 2024?
And what are you actually doing?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Why are you doing it? Why are you working a 9 to 5?
Yeah.
Actually answer that question.
And I guess the steps or value you can take from this video, I don't know, it's something that I've done, is really ask yourself the why, and a good way to find your why, which I know we've spoken about as well. It can actually turn into your goal. Like your why is really your goal in your life, and breaking down those steps to get to that ultimate goal is what you action every day. But then moving back to actually finding your why, it's asking yourself, do you like what you do for a living? If no, why not? Are you willing to settle for that? If no, why not? Like it's asking yourself and having an honest conversation. Because like I said before, and it's so, like I'll reiterate it, I'll beat the same drum. It doesn't actually affect anybody else. You're the one putting yourself out there. You're the one taking the risk, and you're going to reap the rewards from it if you actually choose to do this for yourself. So really, no one else's opinion matters. And that's one thing that I've come to terms with as well is, as harsh as it sounds, not even my family's opinion matter.
No, well,
And that's a big
opinions-
thing. Yeah,
People's opinions don't get you paid, do they?
exactly right.
They don't pay your bills.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Like I love my family and my friends to bits, but
yeah.
during this transition, even now, like there's still hurdles. Like even making content, people ask like what, like it's the ridicule from it's. It's certainly it was tough at the start. Like I will not be a
No, well, look, if we're getting criticism, we know we're doing something right,
Yeah.
because what you're raising insecurities in people because that you're making a change that they're too afraid to make. You're putting yourself on a path, putting yourself out there.
yeah
They're just literally shining the insecurities to you because you're
Yeah.
actually becoming the person they want to be.
yeah
So take a serious hard look at yourself and ask yourself, are you actually happy with what you're doing in life? Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is coming to rip you out of your job, give you $10 million, give you the lifestyle that you want. No one's going to do that for you.
yeah
It's not your fault, but it's definitely your responsibility to actually make a change in life. You might be happy, you might be comfortable in life, good for you.
Yeah.
No judgment. But if you have that little voice in the back of your head, even if you don't talk to anyone about it, that is saying to you, God, gee, I don't like my job. Gee, I know
yeah
I'm meant for something more than this. Maybe it's time to look internal and actually ask yourself, should I be doing something more with life?
yeah absolutely.
It's more than achievable.
And when it does get tough, when people do start criticizing what you're doing, one thing that I've found really helpful with whatever it may be, whether it's first transitioning into working online, posting content, whatever that may be, it's you find that anybody doing better than you won't criticize you. It's only the people that aren't doing as much as you that tend to throw shade your way. And don't take criticism of someone you'd never go to for advice. So I guess with that, I'll leave you with that, I suppose, because it's a really good way to look at, I guess, your next steps.
Yeah, well, it's simple next steps for the people we're talking to. This is literally just an introduction.
Yeah,
We're opening a door for you so you can see that there is more to life than just a 9 to 5. I wish I had someone come to me
Yeah.
and say, hey, you don't have to work a 9 to 5. You can actually do something else, but no one did that because no one came to save me.
yeah, and I guess that's the idea behind these videos, is to really, like, in the least selfish way possible, like it's really just to help shine a light on what's possible.
And I think what we've gone through, the experiences we've had, is what we've learned and what we've gone through, the opportunities we have now, what we've seen and where we can go in life. That opportunity is far greater than the people's opinions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like it is now our responsibility to show you and actually open your mind, open your eyes to where you can actually go in life. We've seen where we can go. We know where we're going.
Yeah.
Where we're going is solid. We've got big things coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we know what can be done,
Yeah.
how easy it is. We just want to open your eyes.
And with that being said, feel free to reach out to me, Ben, people you know that are in the space. It's what we're here for. Like, I'll take the time out of my day, any day.
Yep.
Because I know what it's like to be stuck doing something you don't want to do. And I know you do as well.
Yep.
And I just wish that I had somebody at the start there to, like you said, point me in the right direction, which is ultimately what we're looking to do. But yeah, with that being said, we'll see you in the next video.
Peace.
Peace.